Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. It's a lot going on over here in New Jersey, so let's get into it. This is from Sunday night. So Dolores and Frank have met to have a dinner. Brittany can't make it and Polly can't come. But one thing about them is I feel like Frank sticks in there because he's done Dolores so wrong. And Dolores just wants to keep her family together. Like, this is growth that a lot of us don't understand. I really do love to see it. What is going on with Dolores? Dolores left her home where her children stay to move in with Polly in his townhouse, right? She misses her home, and now she's talking about a home with Polly. And she would like for him to be divorced before they start talking about a home. Girl, go home. Go to your home with your kids. Dolores put a lot of work into their home and just moved out for the fraction of what she has over there. What is wrong with Dolores? So Frank pulls the ring out that he's going to give to Brittany and practices how he's going to propose to Brittany, and everybody in the restaurant thinks that Dolores is getting proposed to. Now, the ring is ridiculous, and Dolores' eyes are as big as that diamond. Like, I know she's happy for Frank, the kids are happy for him, but I know she has to feel a certain type of way, right? She's left her home to move into this townhouse with this man who has been going through a divorce for, I think, a decade. Dolores, you got to get it together. So Melissa, Danielle, and Rachel have gotten together. They've gone to the little bowling alley go-kart place. I really like these three together. I like these three. And I love Melissa's Louis Vuitton bag. Like, I think I want one of those. So Danielle is talking to the girls about having a bougie brunch leading up to Fashion Week because she only has a certain amount of tickets. She can't invite everybody. So then they get to talking about family. What's really going on with Danielle and her family? She's not talking to her mother, her father, or her brother. And the reason she's not talking to her father is because he takes her brother's side. Like, do we know what happened with her and her family? Or is she just talking and we still don't know what's going on? So Teresa has met Jennifer at her husband's plastic surgery office for facials. I think Teresa needs to leave her face alone. Other than wash and moisturize, she doesn't need to do anything else. But I can't wait to hear what they about to get into. So Marge has Marge Sr. over because she's recovering from surgery, and she tells her what went on at the baseball game. Like, Marge and Jackie getting into it is so elementary. Like, Jackie is so needy to me. So Teresa and Jennifer call Jackie, and they're asking her how is she. Then she goes, I don't want to talk about Margaret to you all, but then proceeds to talk about Margaret. I can't with Jackie. So Jackie says that she knows what Teresa and Jen are trying to do, get fuel to feed the fire between them and Margaret, and she's not going to feed into it. But she did say it felt nice for people to check on her. Teresa is not here to check on you. As we saw, she just followed you back. Teresa is not anybody's friend, honey. So Teresa's over Danielle's house to look at her clothing for the fashion show. She called one of her outfits basic. Danielle was kind of hurt. But then they're sitting there talking, and she's talking about Jen talking about her. Jen did talk about her and impersonated her. Teresa's like, oh no, Jen is really nice. She's really sweet. Girl, y'all, no. Teresa, stop. And 100%, I agree with Danielle. Jennifer set her up to put that information about Melissa and another guy in the back seat of a car. She did that. Jen is not, she's a pot stirrer, but she's not a good friend. And I don't know what Teresa can say to back that up. This meeting with Jennifer and Melissa went wrong the moment Melissa sat down, when Jennifer asked her something, what's wrong? And then Jennifer proceeds to say, were you screaming at Joe? You're talking about my husband again. I'm out. I don't even know why she sat down. Jen said that Danielle pressured her into telling her what was the rumor about Melissa and a man in the backseat of a car. That is the biggest lie ever. Oh my God. And then she said she wasn't going to tell the information because it wasn't her information to tell. That was between Melissa and her family. But you told Danielle. I see why they're not having a reunion. And then she tells Melissa that Melissa was collateral damage because she was trying to get her lick back to Margaret. So you make a lie up about me? Jen cannot be trusted. Now, Jen is saying at the end of the day, Teresa is a very good friend to her, but it's no reason that she can't move on with Melissa. It's a lot of reasons because Teresa is going to be talking about Melissa, and Jen is going to take the information she gets from Melissa and give it to Teresa. Melissa, leave this woman at this table. So Jen Felser and Melissa are over to Margaret's house, right? Margaret is saying that since her ex-husband has passed away, it has kind of made her marriage to Joe go down a little bit. Like she said, when he was here, everything was so perfect. But she was married to Joe. Like, you were divorced from him. She is having a really hard time accepting the passing of her ex-husband. And I don't know how Joe is going to feel about that in the long run. Like, he going to give her this little grieving moment, but you have to get it together. So we're here at the Bougie Brunch. It's supposed to be sparkly. She has tiaras for everyone. Teresa comes in and takes all of the fun out of the room. So Dolores has come in and told the girls all about the Frank and the practice proposal. And then someone asked, like, do you want to be married? She was like, well, he's going through divorce for a long time, and he doesn't want to be nasty in the divorce. He wants everybody to be okay. Girl, how okay do you want them to be other than getting back with them? It's signing the papers. That's it. Unless he don't want to pay child support. I love Danielle. She gets right to it. She said, you invited someone to your doggy party who talked noise about me, and you allowed them. So then it was like, it was Lena. But Jen, you got to tell her how you were talking about her too. Don't leave that out. I can't with Jen Aiden. So Teresa chimes in and she was like, I don't know what you guys did. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know why we have to be sticking up for you. And the eye roll that Melissa gave is what I'm on. So now she's on Jen, telling her that Jen Fessler said that she made fun of Danielle, mocking her. Jen wants to say, oh, when I tell a story, sometimes I have to be this way so I can give you the whole story, right? Rachel sitting over there rolling her eyes. Teresa sitting over there looking at Rachel. Now it's about to go down. So Danielle just comes out with it, and she asks Jen and Teresa, did y'all set me up with that? So Jen says no. Now Teresa's in her defending mode with the finger. Are you saying this to me? And I love Melissa in all of the face that she's giving, because Melissa is right? Teresa has something to do with that, because she does little things. She gets like a little net and this puts information in people's ear. So now Teresa feels like the truth is about to come out. I don't want to hear anymore, because especially if it's about my family. And then she wants to say she feels set up because Margaret put the information out about Melissa. Danielle, Teresa, and Jen are not your friends, girl. So Jackie clearly has some cojones, right? Like, she is telling everybody, I'm going to be friends with who I want to be friends with. I don't care what you say. Then Teresa is in the amen corner. It's like, that's how it should be. Teresa, you don't talk to people because they're friends with certain people. Then Danielle asks Rachel if she and Teresa have spoken yet. Teresa, what do you mean? Now Teresa's looking at Danielle. What do you mean? You want me to talk to her? Like, I'm not going to do that here, because she knows it's about to come out. Teresa just can't take anything, right? Because her calling Rachel's husband a street pharmacist, she's saying, oh, I get it, because Rachel's like, that's so slanderous. She was like, oh, I get it, because y'all did it to my husband. Girl, we talking about you. Child, so Rachel said Louis is the one that has more exes than her husband, John. Then they went to talk about, like, what does he do? Teresa said, maybe your husband was a parking attendant. She said, yeah, he makes $5. Then Teresa goes, maybe he would be better if he was a street pharmacist. She said, he does better take care of his family than you do. I'm sorry. She said, my husband has built a life for his family. What have you done, you stupid bee? That's quote, end quote. Baby Rachel said, you done went to prison as an old broad, right? And then Teresa's like, oh, she's young and stupid. You're old and stupid, Teresa. That's what Rachel said. I didn't say that. That's what she said. Then Dolores tells Rachel it's going to be bad when you see her again. Girl, see y'all next week.